Hey there. So I want you to imagine something. You step off a vintage steam train, right? And you walk straight onto a street that's just lined with winery tasting rooms. I know, it sounds amazing. And that's exactly the kind of unique experience we're going to unpack today. We are exploring Grapevine, Texas, and trust me, you're going to see what makes it such an unforgettable weekend getaway. So, first things first, where did Grapevine even get its name? Well, the name kind of gives it away. When settlers got here back in 1844, the whole area was just covered in these wild Mustang grapes. But this isn't just some historical fun fact. That natural heritage is really the root of the town's whole identity today, as the headquarters of the Texas wine industry. So, what's the secret sauce here? What turns this historic spot on the Texas prairie into a place people travel to from all over? Well, let's find out, starting right in the heart of the town. Okay, let's dive in. The absolute hub of any visit to Grapevine is its historic Main Street. You can think of it as your starting point, your home base, really the center of all the action. Just picture it, a beautifully preserved street that's totally walkable. And every step you take, you're passing by these unique little boutiques, incredible restaurants, and of course, winery tasting rooms. It's not just a street, it's a whole experience where the town's vibrant present just perfectly meets its storied past. And bam, right in the middle of it all, you've got this landmark, the historic Cotton Belt Depot. Now, this isn't just some stuffy museum piece. This beautifully restored 19th century station is a fully functional gateway to some of Grapevine's coolest adventures, from vintage train rides to that famous urban wine trail we mentioned. And hey, that brings us right to one of Grapevine's biggest draws. Seriously, if you're a wine lover, this is where the town absolutely shines. Welcome to the Urban Wine Trail. So what in the world is an urban wine trail? Honestly, it's a brilliant idea. Instead of you having to drive for miles and miles between different vineyards, Grapevine brings the wineries right to you. It's a collection of 9 different tasting rooms, and a lot of them are right there on historic Main Street. It makes sampling the best of Texas wine incredibly easy. And look how easily you could build a perfect weekend around it. I mean, you could start your Friday at Messina Hoff, maybe even take a haunted ghost tour, then spend Saturday just exploring and tasting before wrapping it all up on Sunday with a final glass at a winery that's inside a historic barn. It practically plans itself. But, okay, this is where Grapevine takes the whole wine experience to another level. We're talking way more than just a simple tasting. You can find wine-flavored ice cream. You can solve a murder mystery over dinner. You can even hop on a special wine-themed train ride for Christmas or for jazz events. The creativity here is just wow. But Grapevine's appeal goes so much deeper than the bottom of a wine glass. The town is just steeped in history, and there's no better way to experience it than by climbing aboard the Grapevine Vintage Railroad. And the experience is just so authentic. You get pulled by one of 2 vintage locomotives. You've got Puffy, which is a genuine 1896 steam engine, the oldest one still running in the South, or you might get Vinny, a classic diesel from the 1950s. Riding these rails is literally like stepping back in time. And you've got options too, depending on how much time you have. You can do the classic trip all the way to the Fort Worth stockyards for a full day of Western heritage, or if you're short on time, you can just opt for a shorter 1-hour trip around Grapevine. There's a ride to fit pretty much any schedule. But the journey into Grapevine's past doesn't end when the train pulls back into the station. Oh no, the whole town really is like a living museum. And this is where you can really feel that history come alive. You can see what life was like for the pioneers at Nash Farm, explore all these historic buildings at the Settlement to City museums. You can even peek inside a log cabin that's older than the town itself. It just creates this amazing, tangible connection to the past. Okay, so we've covered wine, we've covered history, but there is one more absolutely massive piece of the Grapevine puzzle. If you visit during the holidays, you're in for something truly spectacular, because Grapevine literally transforms into the officially designated Christmas capital of Texas squared. And just to give you a sense of the scale here, look at this number. That's how many events and activities Grapevine hosts for the holidays. More than 1,400. It's not just a celebration, folks. It is a full-on Christmas marathon. And this chart just puts it all into perspective. I mean, look at that giant bar for events compared to the time frame. We are talking about over 1,400 events packed into just over 40 days. It is a nonstop stream of holiday magic from late November all the way through early January. And the magic starts right before Thanksgiving even hits. The ice rink opens, all the lights go on, the famous North Pole Express starts its runs, and these incredible drone shows begin lighting up the night sky. It's just go, go, go. And the list of things to do, it's just staggering. You can see these massive ice sculptures from the movie Elf at the Gaylord Texan. You can ride that vintage railroad with Santa himself, watch holiday classics in a 1940s theater, go ice skating. You can even grab a festive drink at a holiday-themed pop-up bar. There is truly something for absolutely everyone. So with all of this amazing wine, this rich history, and this unbelievable holiday magic, how do you actually put it all together and plan the perfect trip? Well, it really just boils down to these three pillars. Whether you want to build your trip around that urban wine trail, the historic railroad, or that massive Christmas celebration, you have a fantastic foundation for a weekend you will not forget. And don't even worry about finding a place to stay. It's easy. The town is totally equipped for visitors, with over 20 hotels that range from these huge world-class resorts to charming boutique hotels right on Main Street. Your perfect home base is waiting for you. So that's Grapevine, Texas for you, a town where you can sip local wine on a 1920s train car right in the middle of a Texas-sized Christmas festival. It's a unique story around every single corner. So the only question left is, what will your Grapevine story be?